Hello, brothers and sisters, beloved ones. This is Lorelei from the Tightrope to 5D Music Reactions. Now, you might be saying, what in the world is 5D? And that's a great question, and it's not one I can answer in 30 seconds. So stick around to the end if you're interested in a fifth dimensional message, a special one for you. And take it from someone who's been forged in the fire of painful third dimensional experiences and come out the other side to that fifth dimensional place of peace and bliss and serenity. You don't want to miss this video. Now, I appreciate if you give me a like right now, and later on give a like to the original video in the notes. It's great karma because it's spreading the love. Today we are looking at your suggestion, Morissette, Gusto Ko Keng Bumitaw. Now I might
Rush 1075.
Umiiyak gabi-gabi, walang tinig na naririnig, nakikipaglaban sa digmaan, natalunan hanggang kailan, lalo na, pagod na. Akala ko'y kaysa akin pa pero hindi na pala. Wala na nga ba talaga? Lalagalag sa kadiliman, naliligaw, nalilito. Ano nga ba ako sa'yo? Sino nga ba ako sa'yo? Dito sa aking pagkakahimlay, sa dibdib ko ay parang may nakadagang walang kasing lungkot, walang kasing sakit. Gusto ko nang bumitaw, ngunit ayaw pa puso. Gusto ko nang bumitaw, may pag-asa pa siguro. Kalaban ang sarili, sino bang dapat pumili? Sino nga ba ako ba o ikaw? Gusto ko nang
what a voice she has. And I don't know what she's saying, but it looks like she's expressing a sadness or a longing or a heartbreak of some sort. She just puts so much emotion into her singing, does she not? And it's just so beautifully done. Now, of course, heartbreak and sadness is going away in fifth dimensional, okay? Because we're in the bosom of the Creator and all of the family of light, and there's absolutely no possibility to ever feel like we're lacking love. In the third dimensional reality, we felt that lack of love. We felt there's just never enough, which is what the experience of separation was meant to be. But got to tell you something. I don't know what man, or I don't know what her preference is in that sense, but I don't know what person could say no to this one. She's so lovable. She's so pretty. She's so sweet. She's in every way just so wonderful. But let's continue. By the way, if you know what any of this means, or anything about this song, where it comes from, what it means, give me a comment and let me know. And let me know too what your guess. And do you feel that sadness, that kind of heartache or that pain? Tell me if you feel that too.
bumitaw, bibitaw na.
Oh, oh my! Look at she's exhausted. She's exhausted, and well, she could be. She should be after that. Oh my goodness! She gives it every ounce of her heart and soul. Like it's totally free. That's such a wonderful thing about this one, Morissette. She lets it all rip, and there's not even an like even a millicentimeter of I don't know of energy or of her beingness that she leaves out of it, right? It's so wonderful, and she expresses the human experience, and this is important. Now, of course, when we get to fifth dimension, we're not going to have those sadnesses and those hurts and those pains and all, because of that lack of attachment, because there's so much love, because we're letting people have free will and go do what they want. We're not trying to cling onto them and hold onto them, right? But for the now, we still have those emotions. We still have those pains and those sadnesses and everything else. And there's times you just need to let that all out. And the letting it out makes it go away. It lessens it. I have a sense that in her singing, that's a way she relieves all that stress too while she's at it, right? Now, we don't want to be constantly letting it out, because then you never get rid of it. But when you need to let something out on your path to fifth dimension because it's a stuck energy and it's just still in you and it's just not going away, and you need to cry, or sometimes I've gone and out in my car, driving along on the highway where nobody knows me, and scream at the top of my lungs. Now, this doesn't happen very much anymore because I'm usually so in that peaceful, blissful place. But I have done it many times in my life. And or the go scream on the top of a mountain method is what I like to call it, and cried. But, there again, the difference between the way I used to cry when I was chronically depressed and feeling bad, that was a never-ending thing. It would like send me into a 3-day depression or whatever, and it never stopped. It never resolved itself. Whereas I've learned the techniques now to let it out and let it go if necessary. And sometimes in these high vibrations anymore, by the way, you may not need to purge emotions anymore, because the higher we go, the less we're having those negative emotions, right? And you don't want to purge the positive ones, let them fly, right? You are literally changing the very biochemicals in your brain, by the way, while you're raising your frequency and vibration. Because I know that my biochemical system wasn't working so well when I was so very depressed. But then I had to train it. I trained it. Make me feel good. Make me feel good. I'm going to do these things that make me feel good. And eventually, I got to the state where it just does it automatically. It just gives me those biochemicals that make me feel good. That dopamine and that serotonin and all of that stuff. So, that. By the way, if you're interested to have a little assistance in loving your life, then you can go to my description on YouTube and drop down for more and go all the way down to Patreon about Lorelei. I think it says about Lorelei support resources, something like that. I have a couple Patreon pages, so make sure you're at the About Lorelei one, and you're going to see the gamut of what I do and read it over, see if you're interested in working with me in some way. Now it's time for my message to you, fifth dimensional message. There are no accidents, because I want to talk to you today about what is frequency and vibration, because I talk about it a lot, and why is it important. So now this frequency and vibration here, there were times when it was a little higher because it was a more calming feeling, and then other times when it got a little frantic, so then it was going lower. What the core, when we're talking about frequency and vibration, we're talking about the fact that the very smallest particles of matter, the very smallest piece of matter, something called quarks, they have a certain kind of vibration, okay? Now these quarks come together, they'll come together to make, anything of a material thing, like, I don't know, this shirt, these these headphones, you must have quarks. They are the particles of all matter, including living matter. So every quark is vibrating and it comes together with other quarks. And in order to create like these headsets or my shirt or whatever, or this physical body, my throat versus my elbow versus my nose, there's a certain vibration or frequency. So when it's vibrating, so something is vibrating, right? It makes sound, right? It makes sound because vibration makes sound. Now, it may not be a sound that you can hear with the human ears. The human ears are not that attuned. And that's why dogs can hear a dog whistle, for instance, and we can't. But it vibrates and it makes sounds, and that is called the frequency. So as these quarks are vibrating at a certain frequency, for instance, my thyroid will have a certain frequency when it's in perfect health. And when it's not in great health, it's going to have a different frequency. It's going to go out of whack on the frequency. And that's why this miraculous new thing of frequency healing is occurring, by the way, where you can literally listen to frequencies of whatever for whatever. So the right frequency for my thyroid, for instance, will heal that thyroid and bring it to perfection. Or my eyes, or my right now I'm doing one for a virus. I listen to these all the time because it's for immune support and for this virus. By the way, I have a course about natural healing, so I really do know how to heal the body naturally, and I've done it many times. So this quantum healing, I'm going to call it quantum healing, is a no kidding thing, okay? And it works off of frequency and vibration. And by the way, we're working toward, in the next decade, I'm pretty sure we're going to come out with those quantum healing, what they call med beds, where you can get into that machine, which almost looks maybe like a CAT scan kind of machine or something, right? You can get in there and be in there for a certain amount of time and literally heal parts of your body and eventually heal the entire thing. I don't know if you could get in there like for 3 days and heal everything or something like that. I don't know. But I do know absolutely you can heal everything at some point, however long it takes, and get back to like a state that is 30 years younger than you have now. Like, this is a no kidding thing. This is the power of quantum, quantum physics. Okay? So that's what we're talking about, frequency and vibration. Meanwhile, so everything has a frequency. This desk has a frequency. This chain here has a different frequency. In other words, it comes together and makes that chain specific how it is based on that frequency. Of course, there's frequency, just so much frequency. So when we talk about raising our frequency, there comes a point when in our physical bodies, we raise them up. Like so, in other words, being in a feel-good place, being peaceful, being serene, being loving, being joyful, being blissful, being, cuddly with your honey, petting the cat, being out in nature, lying out on the grass. These states of being are equated with a higher frequency and vibration. And they are, in fact, vibrating at a higher frequency. Now, as our cells of our body vibrate higher and higher and higher and higher, they literally become impervious to sickness. And there comes a point when they're going to kind of change form. They're going to be less of a carbon base and more of a crystalline base. And that will make it malleable. That's another story. I talked about that in one of my other videos. So go take a look back. By the way, I've been doing the 5D message for about maybe, a week and a half or so. So you can look in the notes and see what 5D messages I have that you want to listen to. If you listen to all of them, then you're going to kind of start to get the thread of what I'm telling you about these different things. So anytime, so that's really the linchpin for you. Just to know, what does it mean to raise your frequency and drop your frequency? If you are feeling good, you have raised your frequency. If you are feeling not so good, it has lowered. So why is that important? Because again, like I said, first of all, you're going to feel good, right? I mean, who doesn't want to feel good? Raise your frequency, feel good. So do the things that make you feel good. Get in that nice warm bath and sit with your candle and your nice soothing music. Do that meditation. Have someone give you a massage. Go lay out on the grass. Go to the ocean. Feel those negative ions coming at you. Go to the lake. Whatever, pet the cat, pet the dog, play with the dog, play with the kids, play games, dance, sing, all of that stuff is going to raise your frequency and vibration. And you don't want to have your frequency and vibration drop because, number one, you feel lousy, right? And you're going to know it dropped because you feel lousy. And number two, you are more susceptible to sickness. You're going to have more things go wrong in your body with a lower vibration. In fact, a lower vibration equates to an acidic body, which equates to sickness. Whereas a higher vibration gives you a more alkaline body, which equates to wellness. So, and then finally, the reason you don't want to be there is because if you want to be heading on that path to fifth dimension, you need to be there more and more and more frequently. You need to find yourself in that place more frequently. And a lot of times they say just find the joy in the moment. Don't be worried about tomorrow or concerned about what happened yesterday or even 2 minutes ago or 2 minutes from now. That hasn't happened yet 2 minutes from now. And that's not, that already happened 2 minutes ago. Let it all go and be in the moment. I don't care what you're doing, you're washing the dishes. Well, put on some great music and sing while you're washing the dishes and enjoy yourself. You're sweeping the floor. Same thing, dance around while you sweep. Dance and sweep, Put on those beautiful, I listen to solfeggio frequencies and healing frequencies all day long. I literally have it on all the time except when I'm making a video. And that makes me feel so good all the time. By the way, don't worry about this little roughness in my throat. I did have a cold, but I am healing it the way I know to do naturally. Apparently my vibration must have dropped a little bit at a critical time, and in came that virus. But I am raising, and doing everything I know to heal that naturally, and it's pretty much gone away. You can just still hear a little bit in my voice. So no worries about that. On my page, by the way, that I referred you to, I do teach a course, Detox the VAX, which was a little dangerous for a lot of us, by the way. I didn't take it, but for some folks. And heal anything, because you literally can heal anything. I kid you not. So I hope you kind of got an understanding of what frequency and vibration is. Let me know if that made sense by giving me a comment. Yeah, I get it, or whatever. Give me a thumbs up if you understand that. Okay, so then now just to complete up, I'm just going to send you those beautiful 5D energies. The love, the peace, the bliss, the joy, the abundance, the harmony, the brotherhood, the perfect good health. Coming all at you right now. Namaste. I honor the God in you.